Good morning and welcome to this video. I asked you guys on Instagram to send in some questions. They are all anonymous, so I have no idea who they're from, so you could have really gone hard if you wanted to, and I'll be answering them in this video while I do a bit of sewing. I have been a good girl and I did some prep last night and this morning, so I am prepared. I just cut out most of my pattern pieces last night. I cut out one this morning and I prepped my bias last night. I stay stitched this morning, so everything is good to go. Yeah, let's get into it. If you're new here, my name is Georgia. I am a fashion designer based in Australia. I make my own sewing patterns and sell them online for you guys to enjoy, and I just film my life and take you along with me. So if you like that kind of stuff, make sure to like, subscribe and comment below. I will let you guys know this gorgeous fabric is from Linen, and I'll have it linked below with also my discount code if you want to shop it. It is an affiliate link, so if you shop through it, it just shows that you're supporting me, supporting Linen and just small businesses in general, which is always a good feeling. And plus this fabric is like literally the best quality. I've got a few things from there and they've all just been like perfect, so highly recommend. So the weather is not looking great at the moment. I think it's going to rain at some point, so it might get a little bit loud in here. I'm just pinning the center back. And if you have stalked my Instagram or any of my socials or looked at my website, you will know that the Melly dress is a mini length and there seems to be a lot of fabric on this dress. I have added a lot. It should be maxi length. I haven't trialed this or anything, so I'm hoping that's the case. From the pattern where it ended, I added 60 centimeters because that's how long my ruler was, and I was like, I'm just gonna wing it. I put on my mini dress length and put the ruler next to me and you know, sussed it out. So it should be maxi length. Let's get into the questions. The first one, pretty simple one, it says, how tall are you? I am, well, last time I checked, anyway, I haven't really measured myself and I assume I haven't grown or shrunk, but I am approximately 170 centimeters. That's how tall I was last time I measured, which was God knows how long ago. Yes, 120 centimeters, 170 centimeters. I don't know how much that is in inches or feet or whatever it is, so don't ask me. I just realized I forgot to overlock. It's alright, I'll do it after. Oh my god, she looks so pretty. Okay, a bit off topic, but my neighbours just walked out and she was wearing this really pretty dress. Oh, I wish I could film her for you, but that would be a bit creepy, I think, so we'll leave that. A secret you kept from your parents. What was the question? I can't even remember. Oh, a secret you kept from your parents. As a kid, like teenager, I'd probably just say like sneaking out. Like I feel like that's just very normal in Australia to sneak out when you're like a teenager and just doing dumb shit. I didn't keep it a secret, I just didn't mention it. Didn't bring it up in conversation or anything like that. Right now, I don't think I have any secrets from them. From me personally, I have a secret that I'm keeping for someone else that my parents don't know about, but that's not my secret to tell. So what's the next question? Where do you find so many amazing thrifted tablecloths and bedding? A lot of you guys message me every time I put up stories about like the fabrics and stuff that I find, and you guys are always like, you're so lucky, you're so lucky. And like, I guess it is a bit of luck, but you've also just got to look. You've got to look regularly, like go to op shops, go to markets, go to, I don't know, garage sales. I don't actually go to garage sales, but I know in my hometown that garage sales are like a bit of a poppin' thing at the moment. So I don't know, hit them up. I might even see if there's some in Brisbane actually. People are always like, which markets do you go to? And like, can I come with you and stuff? And I'll be like, yeah, you can come with me, but like, don't expect it to be amazing, because I'll go like so often, and like 80% of the time it's crap. I won't spot anything that's cool or won't find anything. You've just got to like go with no intentions and just like look and enjoy looking, because majority of the time I leave with nothing. I just like, I either don't need it or I don't find anything or whatever. So you've just got to look. Nothing like magical. I will say the most amazing find that I found was that rainbow gingham that I made my melly dress out of. That was insane, and I'm assuming that's the tablecloth you're talking about because it was a tablecloth beforehand. That was insane. Like, I found that in my hometown op shop, which I will say is like a small town, so there is cooler stuff there to find. So if you go traveling somewhere, go to op shops while you're there. Like, honestly, you never know what you're gonna find. Me and Daniel, we recently went away to the Sunshine Coast, just a little getaway, and we just went to a few op shops up there and like found some cool stuff. We just did it as an activity to do during the day, and it was fun because it was raining and it was like not beach weather. So we're like, let's just go for a bit of an op shop, which I obviously love doing, and Daniel, I guess he has grown to love op shopping as well since being with me. So yeah. Next sewing pattern in the works. Okay, so the next sewing pattern is not in the works, but I have an idea of what my next sewing pattern will be, and I just released the mellow dress, so I am giving myself a break. I always do this after I release the pattern. I just give myself a break because obviously I deserve it, and then I'll get back into it when I'm feeling more motivated to start that whole process again. I think I know the overall design and I will start working on it soon because I'm pretty excited about it. I don't want to say too much, but yeah. So sewing pattern not in the works, but in the back of my mind. So cool to watch your following plus business grow. Who do you go to for advice? I think I've had this question before, but I definitely go for like business advice. I go to my mum. My mum and my dad, they have run a business for fucking years and years. It's nothing to do with sewing or anything in my industry, but she knows what she's doing when it comes to business. So I go to her any sort of business advice. Even if she has no idea, I want to have her input because she's just so wise. For like design advice, I feel like I don't really have anyone to go to because none of my close friends sew or know much about construction of designing clothes and everything like that. And my partner also doesn't sew. He's an engineer, so he kind of gets the understanding of like construction, but he doesn't know like specific techniques and how to finish things and things like that. So I kind of rely on myself for that. But I will say I learnt a lot in uni, so I feel like I'm equipped with a lot of knowledge already. So I kind of just trust my instinct and go off my gut. And I just, obviously, I sew toiles and I learn from my mistakes. I don't know, I feel like I don't really take much advice from other people. Obviously, I have reached out to other like sewists and designers and things like that for more specific advice that I really have no idea on, and that's always good. Even if they don't have like much to say, they can give me at least something, and it's a very good environment to be in, to have this community to be able to rely on other people like that. And people have asked me for advice and I always do that. Oh, I don't know what it is, but I love seeing like bias binding around an armhole, like pinned. Just all these pretty pins on this pretty fabric. Doesn't that look pretty? I just love the look of it. I don't know what it is. It's so satisfying to see all these pins like that. What has your hardest sewing project been? I'm trying to think of all the sewing projects I've done now. I actually don't even know. I feel like the mellow dress, it was pretty hard because I was just stuck on one thing, which was, now seems like silly, but at the time that was really hard. But like a specific design or anything, I don't know. I like pretty like minimal clothing, so nothing's really like crazy out there. Let me think. Like, I guess at uni we had to make a collection of garments, and that was like crazy. Like, we'd make so many garments and present them to a panel of judges, I don't know, there was no like real specific project of mine that's been too difficult. The cat dress, when I first made it, that was a bit intimidating and it did take me a little while, but I wouldn't say it was like hard. I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't really have an answer for you for that one. But the mellow dress was probably my most recent one that was like the hardest to like overcome and finally get to the end. Also, this mellow dress that I'm making right now, I just tried it on before and I'm in love with it. I think I'm gonna wear this to frock tails maybe, because I'm going to that and I guess I want to dress nicely. Look how cute it is. I've pretty much just got to sew on the bias on the right side and that's it. Well, I gotta do the buttons and stuff on that side. Let's answer another question, shall we? Any recommendations for a serger slash overlocker? Oh, I just clicked out of it. What should I look for when buying one? I've answered this before. I'm not really across specific models or like anything of like sewing machines and overlockers because I've had the same machines. Like this goes for all my machines. I've had them for the longest time. This one is my oldest one that my nan got me. I've had it since I was 7, so yeah, that's a long time. The one I actually do recommend is, oh, you can't see it, that one over there. I will insert a clip up close of what it is, and I don't think it has any numbers on it, so I'll have to try and find out the model number for you. I don't know if it's available to purchase anywhere, but that is my favorite overlocker. Yeah, I would just say, like, when you're looking for an overlocker, if you're really just looking for an overlocker, like just one stitch that just cleans the edges up for you, just look for a good one of that. If you're actually seeking something that does other things like particular cover stitches and things like that, keep an eye out for a machine that has all those nifty stitches, I guess. Good brands are Janome, Singer, Brother. I'll also include my sewing machine because a lot of people always ask me what my sewing machine is, and I love this one. This one's a very good beginner sewing machine. Let's finish off this dress. The next question is, what phone do you have? This is an iPhone 8 Plus. Not like an amazing phone, so don't think you need to like create content on the latest tech, because I definitely don't. I've had that phone for over 3 years now and I just don't see the point of getting a new one. Okay, it's the next day. The dress has been hanging for 12 to 24 hours, so it's ready. And I've got it on, obviously. It looks so cute. So let me show you what it looks like. I don't actually have like a full length mirror or anything, so I'm just gonna have to walk a fair way back. But I'm literally in love. Let's see if I can go even further back. Like, I love. So cute. It's literally so cute. This is the best I have for a mirror, which is just like a reflective screen. But I love, oh my god. And there's so much room. Like, I love how like there's not too much fabric that it like looks overwhelming. It's kind of like just like straight down, slightly A-line, but like so easy to walk in and sit in and everything. I wasn't expecting it to drop that much. If it has dropped, it's really not noticeable and I'm not really bothered by it. So I think I'm just gonna hem it as is. Don't need to trim it or anything, which is always good. So yeah, let's do the last step, which is the hem. Okay, so the hem has been pinned. I just think this looks so cute. I don't know what it is about hemming and putting all the pins in, but they just look so cute. Like, I love it. So I'm gonna sew that all down and answer my last question for you guys, which is, my bust is slightly over the measurements for the cat dress, so I'm hesitant to buy. would you be able to explain how to grade up? The cat dress is the only pattern of mine that isn't the full size range. It's only 6 to 16, I believe. I've done that because it is just a quite fitted dress and I just didn't want to tick a box just because I had to. There's a lot of pattern pieces and it's just very difficult to grade and make sure that it all still works together when you're grading up so much. So that's the only reason why I haven't done that one. And plus it just costs a lot to grade. So with all the pattern pieces, that's extra work and extra money needed and everything like that. That's something I couldn't afford at the time and can't really afford now still, which you guys might not even think that's true, but it is. So in future, if I do have the funds to do that, I will definitely grade up and pattern test it all over again to make sure everything's perfect. But for right now, the size range for that is 6 to 16, I'm pretty sure. There are seams across the bust here and obviously on the side seam, and there's none on the back except for the center back. So all you'd have to do is curve this seam a little bit more, make it bigger on both the panel in the middle and the panels on the outside, and you never know, the back might stay the same. You just need to really play around with it, just make them more curved to what your bust shape is. And it goes the same with any pattern piece you're working with that you need to grade between or up or down. Like, just really play around with it. That's all that's really all the advice I can give. It's so hard to explain. It's so simple, but it's so difficult at the same time to explain because it's gonna be so different from person to person. Yeah, my best advice is just print it out so it's all the layers are on the one piece of paper, and simply draw between the sizes that you want to grade between, or if your size isn't there, just create your own lines. And you can use the other lines that are smaller as guidelines, you might say. Just play around with the bust shape, twirl just the bust area so you can get a feel of like if you need more length or if you need less length, or you need it to be tighter at the top or tighter at the side seams. Like, just play around with it a million times. That's basically what it takes to get the pattern perfect. I'm sorry if that was such a bad answer. Like, oh. Final look. Like, literally, why have I never worn a maxi before? It just wasn't the right one, I guess. I never showed you the buttons I did. These are the buttons I did. They have more of a shank on them, which I wasn't sure how was gonna turn out. I didn't want them to stand up too much, but they stand up a little bit and I don't really mind it. Definitely gonna wear this to either frock tails, or I have a wedding next year that I will more than likely wear it to as well. If you watched all the way to the end, leave the sunflower emoji, and I guess I'll see you in my next video.